Hey, what's going on, True Fam? Welcome back to the channel. It's White Shadow, and today, guys, we're going to talk about a little webcam that most of you have probably used at some point on your channels or are thinking about getting. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So guys, today we're going to be having a little chit chat about the Logitech C920. This is probably one of the most utilized webcams on Twitch today, followed by the Logitech C922 or the Logitech Brio. But this video is all about the champion of webcams, the C920. This guy is one of the most used webcams on Twitch today. I even personally use it in some of my broadcasts. I've used it in some of these videos that you've seen here on the channel, and many other YouTubers, Twitch streamers, Mixer streamers, you guys name it, probably have used a C920 at some point in their career or are still using it. This is one of my personal C920s, so nobody provided this to me for review, but I wanted to make this video to kind of show you guys the quality of the C920 and kind of go over the specs and details and all of that fun stuff. So let's go ahead and go down the specs and details of this camera. This camera features Carl Zeiss optics, which is rated for 1080p 30 frames per second or 720p 60 frames per second, which I personally use in a lot of my broadcasts. Now, the software that you can use with this thing is pretty fantastic. It's been updated over the past few months or years or so, and really Logitech has made it an all-in-one software that you can use with a bunch of different peripherals. You can use multiple webcams with it, all of that fun stuff. Kind of going through this review, sitting here and talking about it just doesn't really do it justice. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to switch over to my stream setup. I'm going to walk you through the software and kind of give you a visual feel of what this camera looks like versus the DSLR that I am actually filming this off of. Borrowed my mom's DSLR for this video. Usually most of these videos have been done with the Brio. I'm filming off of a Nikon D3400 that my mom let me use because my other DSLR is broken. Gotta give this back after this video, but for the sake of this one, we're using this bad boy. So let's go ahead and jump over to the stream setup, and we'll finish out the video talking about this awesome webcam. All right, guys, so we have gone ahead and switched over to the streaming setup, and I am actually filming now with the C920. Now, before we get too heavy into this review, I do have to go ahead and say there is a newer version of the C920 called the C920 Pro, and that will not do 720p 60 FPS, unlike the model that I have. The C920 has kind of been upgraded to the C922 and the newer model comparisons, so the C922 will actually be the one that does the 1080p 30 and 720p 60. If you go out and purchase the C920 Pro, it does 1080p 30 and 720p 30. So there's a little bit of difference now if you go out and purchasing the C920. This entire review is going to be about the C920 altogether. And what you guys see right now is the quality. The sensor hasn't changed. It's just they kind of took the 60 FPS away. Now we're going to go ahead and switch over to the actual software. And I'm going to show you guys the new Logitech GSuite software that allows you to go ahead and edit all of the settings for your camera and kind of get a little bit more out of your camera so you can make it look as professional as possible. So the cool thing about this software is it actually takes control of those optics, and it actually allows you to tune them so you can actually make this camera look a little bit more like a DSLR quality camera. So let's go ahead and check out this GSuite software. All right, so this is the GSuite software. And as you can see, I've got a couple different Logitech products here. I actually have another C920, but I am not currently using it. It is in my drawer. I am actually going to be setting something up so you guys can see my setup and all of that stuff. But the cool thing about this software is it allows you to use multiple cameras. As you can see, I've got the Brio, which is what I usually film majority of these videos with. But for the sake of this video, we're using the C920. I also have the G810 and the G502 mouse and keyboard respectively. We're really focusing on the C920 here, so let's go ahead and click on that. As you can see here, there's a couple different options you can do with the camera settings. You can zoom, you can change the focus, exposure, you can make the priority, change the priority there, and you can actually save different modes of the camera as well. So you can kind of like have a little hotkey setup, and you can restore everything to defaults as well if you mess something up and it's not to your liking, which is a really nice option. Now, the really cool thing here is if you go into the video tab, you can change the brightness, contrast, sharpness, white balance, saturation. You can put an anti-flicker mode on, and if none of those settings ever work out for you while you're using it with OBS or your streaming software, you can come back and restore those to defaults. Now, I have kind of tuned mine here to make it look like what you see on this video. I actually tuned my brightness to 40%, contrast keep it at 50, sharpness keep it at 50, and then I take my white balance and I put it right around 25-30% or so. And of course, saturation, I don't really ever touch that. And I do keep anti-flicker mode on just so we don't get a lot of deinterlacing and things of that sort. Now, I don't really mess with zoom. I actually have a zoom mode set up on my Stream Deck. I kind of showed you guys that in a previous video. I'll link that below or put like a little thing above here. As you can see, you can tune this thing to make it look a little bit better. Now, these settings that I'm showing you here aren't going to really work for you because everybody's lighting is different. Everybody's green screens and all of that fun stuff are different. Your backgrounds, all of that stuff, they're all different. You can tune it and you can really spend some time here and make the C920 look very, very nice. In my opinion, this is the camera that I've been using since I started streaming, and it's one of the best cameras on the market. You can upgrade and get a DSLR, you can get the Brio, you can get a C920 II, all of that fun stuff. But the tried and true champion of cameras for Twitch is the C920. Majority of streamers still use it to this day. There is a ton of professional streamers that still use the C920 and their streams look perfect. I mean, it's a camera, works really nicely, and it has such a great feature set now with the new GSuite that you really don't need to spend a lot of money for another camera. So yeah, C920, tried and true, my favorite camera on the market when it comes to streaming. Definitely 2 huge thumbs up, and yeah, it's such a fantastic product. So guys, that about wraps it up for this video. If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button before you guys leave today. I would super appreciate it, and be sure to check myself and True Gaming out on all of our social media. We would love to have you guys come out and hang out in Discord, and I would love to have you guys personally come hang out with me on stream so we can talk tech. I can run you through some settings if you want to, all of that fun stuff. Just come hang out with us. We play a lot of different games as well. But guys, like I said, that about does it for this video. I will see you guys on the next one. Probably going to be doing a review of the Logitech Brio. So stay tuned to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Shadow out.